All right, good morning and happy Thanksgiving to you. It is our Thursday video because we had Wednesday games. So, yeah, Wednesday. Uh, anyway, yeah, Watertown didn't play last night, so this is a neutral jersey here. Okay, so we had 5 games. We're going to go through these relatively quick, let you go on with your day, watch the parade, have your meal, get together with family and friends, watch some football if you're into that kind of thing, Anyway, all right, so the 5 games, let's go through these, and we're just kind of get a zip through this. So, um, third time this year in the meetings between Binghamton and Danbury that the final outcome is a 6-3 victory by the Black Bears. So two cats are eating things off the floor. Okay, so we have 2 hat tricks. Well, 3 hat tricks if you count the team. We had a hat trick by CJ Stubbs and by Austin Durazio as well. So in the meantime, Danbury in this game had taken a 3-1 lead. This game was pretty wide open. There wasn't a lack of room offensively for teams to get going and get some good shots on. We had a couple of goals by Drew Welsh from the hat tricks, as well as one by Johnny Ruiz. So as you can see, 15-18 shots and goal in the first, 19-12 in the second. Yeah, there was a lot of action the goalies saw last night. So Connor McAnanima comes up on top, a 35 save performance. McClendon, he comes in. Sebastian Resar was not in the building. McClendon started, and the backup was Juan Ramos, but McClendon stops 46 pucks, and it was just a lot of offense in this game. 46-82, a good crowd on hand. But yeah, this wide open game, it really favored the Black Bears. There's just overall more talent on the team, and I think that's part of the reason why you had the outcome that you did. So Danbury, they're struggling. They're looking for answers right now. They've lost 3 straight. They're 5-8-2. And Binghamton 13-2-0. All right, so to Port Huron we go, and a 4-2 win by the Prowlers. Indiana just could not get a break, and it's not that they did anything wrong per se. 2 of their goals were not goals; they were no goals. The first one was a wicked shot that bounced off the crossbar, off the post and out. It did not cross the line. Took the officials some time to review that and to see that, but that was washed out. And then later on in the game, there was a second disallowed goal because of goaltender interference. And both calls were the right calls. In the meantime, Port Huron explodes for 4 goals in the second period, a couple by Matt Graham, who you could see Port Huron did a great carrying on of the John Madden tradition of the turkey leg. Matt Graham eating a turkey leg right after his 2-goal, 1-assist performance. Indiana couldn't get much going. 4 shots on goal in the first, 9 in the second, and the Prowlers were able to pretty much move at will offensively. And eventually, John Werber broke down, and 4 goals in the second period. Indiana got a couple back, but for the most part, it was the Prowlers with the win. Bailey Huber gets his second win of the year with 22 save performance, and Werber goes 31 for 35. Indiana won 12-1. They're having a bit of a tough stretch right now. The Prowlers are 10-5, trying to keep from falling farther back behind Binghamton. So, but shots overall 35-24. Pretty good game. So, talk about this a little bit more in detail. This was my one pick that went wrong. I picked Blue Ridge, and Blue Ridge just could not sustain any pressure in that offensive zone. They were able to get in, maybe make a pass every now and then, get a shot on goal, but for the most part, they were one and done. So the Bobcats really had a difficult time getting anything substantial going, and PD was able to take advantage. 2 goals in the first, take a 2-0 lead. Trevor Lord scores the game-winning goal, 1937, in the first period, and that was on a power play as well. So good crowd on hand. This was the best crowd so far in the Florence Center. So, but yeah, only 19 shots on goal for the Bobcats. Now, I want to make a little note here because you see this written down. It's bad when the team that is winning, and winning pretty handily, is making observations at how what's the quote? Inconsistent and awful the officiating was. I don't know what was going on in the heads of Bill Lyons and Ben Shiley, but they were, it was ridiculous. They would call something on one end of the ice, not call the exact same thing on the other end of the ice, vice versa. They're just things that shouldn't have been called, things that weren't called that should have been. It was a very, very inconsistent night. And Tom Callahan made mention of it on the broadcast. Is just, I don't get it. Those were his words. So something, to the league, to your officiating supervisors, there was a couple that need some coaching right now. Just saying. Anywho, it really didn't impact the outcome of the game, but it was so inconsistent, ridiculously inconsistent, to the point where it was almost Hippocratic. So anyway, I've said what I needed to say. The PD closes out the game. The Bobcats had pulled Anthony Schrum, and empty net equals goal. Empty netter, and it was shorthanded. So yeah, that's the 6th shorthanded goal that PD has in not even a quarter of the season. They're on pace for 25 shorthanded goals this year, which I'm sure would be a record for the league. I have not found a stat anywhere, but Binghamton had 18 last year, and that was considered phenomenal. PD could eclipse that easily. Okay, so PD 7-4-1, and they keep pace with everyone else in the upper tier of the Continental Division. Bobcats, they need some consistency themselves, because they've been a team so far this year. There were one game they'll come out looking like absolute gangbusters and totally unbeatable, and then the next game they'll come out and you have something like this. So that's definitely a problem for the Bobcats right now. Okay, moving on. Columbus and Biloxi. This was the closest game, obviously, and very exciting. Back and forth and back and forth. But even though there were ebbs and flows, there was one really defining moment in which the tide of the game really changed. And that was in the second period. Biloxi's up 1-0. A double minor gets called on Dalton Anderson. Not blaming Dalton Anderson. If you end up shorthanded, you've got to kill the penalty. Double minor, and Columbus scores on both ends of it and takes a 2-1 lead. And from that point on, it had been dominantly Biloxi up to that point. Shots were 20-6 in favor of Biloxi in the first period. The penalty happened, and suddenly the ice tilted the other way, and Columbus was in control. And you can see 22-8 in shots for the second and 12-7 in the third. Even though the game went back and forth, it was 2-1, then it was 2-2, and 3-2 Columbus. Biloxi takes the lead 4-3. Columbus comes back and ends up taking the game. It was really that 1 4-minute span. Not even 4 minutes. It was like more like 2.5 minutes. And Columbus just took control of the game. Trevor Babin ends up earning the win with a 31 save performance. Josh Rosenzweig, he was under siege for the last 40 minutes. Stops 35 of 40. And it's Sturgeon getting the game winner at 13:23, the third period. Biloxi just not able to generate enough offense after that point to tie it back up. Declan Conway had himself a fantastic night, factoring into every goal Biloxi scored, a goal and 3 assists. So nice night for him. Columbus now 9-4 after a very slow start, and Biloxi 3-9-1. And the final game was really never a game. The shots are a little misleading. 46-30. This game was just dominated by Monroe in every fashion. There were just the Zydeco just never were in this, quite honestly. So yeah, a 5-1 win. 3 goals in the first 9:54. But there was 2 goals really close together. It was Jared Christie scoring at 9:02, which ended up being the game winner. And then Carlos Fenera scores just 52 seconds later. That was the end of the night for Bailey Stevens. In comes Connor Green, who played admirably. Stops 33 of 34 in the 49 plus minutes that he was on the ice. But in the meantime, when things did break down for Monroe and Biloxi got some good chances, and they did get 8-9 grade A chances, Richie Perrant stood on his head, made some absolutely fantastic saves. Yeah, he was not going to let the Zydeco back in this. He did lose this shutout very late on a goal by Dmitry Kuznetsov, but at that point there was only about 6 minutes left in the game. The game was already decided. They did get an empty net goal at the end of the game. So even at 4-1, that was the score didn't really indicate how lopsided this game was. Perrant, really helped Monroe to earn these 3 points. Monroe is not only 1 point behind Athens in the standings. Amazing. Now, Athens does have a game in hand, but 9-3-1, and the Zydeco now 1-7-2. So that's our games. So I told you I wouldn't take long. I'm under 15 minutes. How about that? Saturday, when we do game review for the 6 games Friday night, will be my 500th video. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. 500. Anyway, so that's our pre-Thanksgiving appetizer. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving main course today, and that you and your family have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll be back here with you on Saturday with the game reviews. Next thing I'll be putting out Friday on Facebook. Please make sure you're following that Facebook page. I will put out my picks and previews for the weekend games. All right, I am Gary Ryan for the Fed League Flash. Again, happy Thanksgiving to all of you, and we will see you soon.